Hi, Dr. Prasad Sundararajan.
Hi, I am Raj Rishi.
What are you doing today?
Yeah, today's doing, I'm just beginning oh, to recreate one of the greatest of rasayanik thylums created by the amazingly incredible, gigantic, magnificent, awesome, mystical originality of the ancient Ayurvedic rishis of Bharat. Okay? This is a rasayanik thailam called Madhyama Narayana thailam.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it has about 43 ingredients.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it. I ordered it about almost 2 months back because I wanted the precise items. There's a person named Bose who has been named after Subhash Chandra Bose by his father. He is the one who understands the essence of rasayanik making of combinations of these things. According to him, he goes and gets every one of these 43 ingredients after offering his puja.
okay.
So on and so forth. These are for these items. For example, കൂവളത്തിന് വേര്, അമുക്കുരം, ചെറുവഴുതിന് വേര്, ഞെരിഞ്ഞിൽ, പയ്യാനി വേര്, കുറുന്തോട്ടി, വേപ്പിൻ തൊലി, കണ്ടകാരി ചുണ്ട വേര്, തഴുതാമ വേര്, ആന കുറുന്തോട്ടി വേര്, മുഞ്ഞ വേര്, പ്രസാരിണി, പാതിരി. So these are those items. This is for to make the kashayam. That means this will be boiled in about 340 liters of water and reduced to about 40 liters.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
So what I am sitting here like this, notice this. Every time when I make a rasana, I am flabbergasted by the mysterious powers of those ancient rishis, Dhanvantari or Sisrada or Charaka or Vagbhada or Sargadhara or Nagarjuna. Okay? How could they identify the properties of some of these are so-called roots, okay? Some of them are leaves, some of them are seeds. How could they ever identify the properties of each one of these plants and parts of the trees and plants and trees? And the properties of them, first of all, because they are not chemicals. And even after identifying, for example, these 13 items should be made into a kashayam. That means a liquid form of distilled essence of these things. Okay. And those 32 items, you see there, they are for kalkan. That means they will be grinded and made in the form of a paste which will go into the base oil. Okay. First of all, they identified the properties of these 43 items for this particular rasayanik thailam I am talking about. And further, these many items should be made into a kashayam or concoction of distilled essence, and that many items should be powdered and grinded in water form, and that will go to the base gingery oil. Into which this kashayam liquid also is poured and then boiled down and down and down into something like 10 liters. How could they ever know? Nobody in the world in this medicinal domain seems to understand that. The entire world is so-called glorifying the Western chemical medicines. They are all chemicals which could be identified by certain parameters and that can be easily artificially manufactured. And it is okay. But how could they ever test the properties of the roots of plants? So they were all integral parts of the universe, those rishis. That 40 whatever trillion cells in their brain, they were the fully functioning original geniuses in the history of humanity. And whatever they made, I mean the so-called Ayurvedic and Rasayanic and other items, the Western mechanical world of medical fraternity, they say that these are all just nonsense and only their medicines are great. But they do not realize that those items also have been taken from the nature process only.
Yeah.
These are all actually direct results of nature process, plants and trees.
Yes.
Okay, that's also taken from the nature process, but further processed and reprocessed, and some so-called chemical elements were differentiated and combined. Okay, wonderful job. But why don't they appreciate this also? And why do they disqualify, saying that this may not be that effective, this will have side effects and all that? None of the rasayanams will have any side effects, because they are all plants. Okay, they are all plants which are renamed herbs because they are used for making this kind of concoctions. Okay, this lady's finger and bitter gourd and all those things are also in that case herbs only, by eating which human beings maintain their normal health. And when that normal health is sort of maligned and corrupted and mismanaged, human beings enter into various states of illnesses along with their mental processes, which I have told you, raga dirogi. By their unethical thoughts, their unethical emotions and unethical manipulations, their own minds, meaning their own central nervous system, get corrupted and thereby illnesses happen, raga dirogi. And they should be ideally managed by these rasayanic preparations. This is what I want to tell you if you put this into the YouTube.
Okay.
The basic concepts are one, the incredible wonder of the mystic geniuses of those ancient rishis, by which all these things were identified, by which the composition of this were to be differentially made. And also in that context, I want to point out the Western blindness not to understand the wonder and the mystery and the beauty of this Ayurvedic and Rasayanic preparations.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anyone can take this, it will not have any side effects. And their chemicals have side effects and they blame these Ayurvedic things. And unfortunately this land, this Bharatavarsam, this land, these people of this India, modern India, they also somehow do not have the confidence to declare the wonder of these things. Even the government of India is not ready to give the required respect and credibility to this Ayurvedic tradition, actually. So these are all things which I am meditating upon. I am feeling disappointed about every time when I see this, and every time I really go down to those great supreme geniuses of the humanity. And I consider myself blessed that I got the opportunity to know about this and to become a completely surrendered servant to do whatever they have suggested in the classic Granthams.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for this initiative of you to take a video of this. Thank you, Amaya Rajrishi.
Yes, sir.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you. So, what are the advantages after taking this Rasayanic Thailam?
Yeah, that is a critical question. Okay. Yeah, they are also mentioned by this great Parama Gurus. And it has been made for those advantages only. It has been told that Dhanvantari, the Rishi Dhanvantari will be sitting in meditation. Then his disciples would approach him and submit before him what are their observations about the various illnesses and problems faced by human beings vis-a-vis their health. Then he would just call one of them and would tell him, go to the forest and collect such and such and such trees, the leaves and the fruits and the roots of those trees and bring it here and do like this, etc.
Oh.
So I, as a creativity researcher, used to wonder about that. I had no answer. But finally, when I just saw a butterfly moving around and locating the correct flower, okay,
Yeah.
I realized their intelligences are 100% parts linkaged with the nature process. Just like the butterfly could know where the location of the flower is and how to take it. They just knew it. What I call originality, it originated in them. Okay? So, this is a Grantham called Dhanvantari Sangraham, okay, where this Rasayanic Thailam is mentioned. There is a Narayana Thailam and there is Mahanarayana Thailam also. But there are also wonderful Thailams. But this is the Rasayanic Thailam which is called Madhyama Narayana Thailam or Brihat Narayana Thailam. So I am interested in this because of the wonderful advantages of taking this. So there is a huge list of various serious anomalies that can get cured. More than curing, it will do curing. At the same time, it will create the integration, the original integrity of the body also for the future. I think it can manage at least 30-35 anomalies of the body. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah. Right? Okay. Mainly with the body. It will improve the strength of the body, the power of the body, and the speed of response of the body. That means Viryam, Balam, Shakti.
Okay.
And more than that, it will improve the entire process movement of the rasas of the body. That most of the rasanas do. This also do in a different way because it is oil based, like engine oil in the engine. It is oil based. Moreover, along with doing a lot of things which I don't want to read it out.
Okay.
For example, paralysis of the hands, paralysis of the legs, paralysis of the side of the body, all these are differentially named, like Manya Stambham, Hanu Stambham. Then due to various work, those who are tired and lost their energy and their powers, all of that will come back. And if it is given to a woman who would never conceive, okay, and they will have children who are extraordinary. Not only they will conceive, and such children would be extraordinary.
Okay.
This particular version of Narayana Thailam was created by a rishi called Sri Narayana.
Oh.
And it is mentioned that it was created during the ancient what you call warfare between Devas and Asuras. And I read out it in Malayalam. ദേവാസുരന്മാർ യുദ്ധപരന്മാരായിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്തിൽ അസുരന്മാരാൽ മർദ്ദിതന്മാരായ ദേവന്മാരുടെ ഞരമ്പുകളും എല്ലുകളും മുറിവിടുന്നതിനായി ശ്രീനാരായണ സ്വാമിയാൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കപ്പെട്ടതാണ് ഈ തൈലം എന്ന് പറയപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. So they are the advantages. Basically, it will almost redeem or reset and recreate, like dismantling an old vehicle, a tired vehicle, cleaning and clearing every part of it and resetting it.
Wow. And how long does one have to take this for?
That's a good question. Most of the rasayanas, this rasayana may have to be taken for 90 days.
Okay.
90 days, yes.
So after 90 days of consumption of this, you can see these advantages in what time?
Yeah, it is not like Western chemical drugs. The advantage of Western chemicals are really wonderful, no doubt about that.
Okay.
It will have immediate effect.
Yeah.
But the other side effects, for which there will be other medicines, for which will have other side effects, for which there will be other medicines.
Yeah.
Anyway, they will manage it. In fact, great majority of people in the world manage their illness by the chemical medicines only. So they are wonderful. But this is not in that way repairing an illness. It is recreating the body and redeeming the power of the body so that that anomalous condition gets resolved and reset. Like the virus is removed and you introduce new programs into the computer and reboot it and something like that.
But when it is rebooted, it goes to a higher level
Oh,
than
definitely.
the existing.
It goes to the original level. That's what the Supreme Rishi Patanjali said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It will recreate the body. He says some human beings by birth happen to be really having that powerful original integrity. Okay?
Okay.
Born at the right time, born to the right father and mother, created at the right time of the so-called celestial configurations and things like that. There is a different perspective about that. So either it can happen like that, or that possible, probable, original condition for a given human body, a given standard human body can be redeemed, can be rediscovered by the designers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So your question, so it will not have such a so-called an immediate effect, but there will be definitely perceivable effects. But a normal rasayana will continue its work itself for 3 times the days. For example, if a rasayana of 30 days is taken, it will do its work for 90 days.
Oh,
And then it stabilizes. Then that speed of velocity is given to the body. So if a rasayana is taken for 180 days, it will go on its own work for 180 into 3 times.
okay.
There are rasayanas to be taken for 365 days. There are rasayanas to be taken for 700 days.
Oh,
Yeah, some of which have been given to 1 or 2, 3 of my selected trainees also in the last 15 years.
okay.
And they have been able to do wonders in their life, other than they remain of impeccable health. Health is not a correct term. Impeccable body, like every cat is a cat is a cat. Okay?
Yeah.
Every human being also should be ideally living like a cat, at least as a wild cat, without any illnesses, unaffected by the vagaries of the climate and all those things.
Okay. Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
And these rasayanas, for your information, basically belong to a system called Kaya Kalpa.
Oh,
Normally it is called Kaya Kalpa Chikitsa, treatment for Kaya Kalpa. Kaya meaning body, Kalpa meaning 100 years.
oh,
So these are all part of that Kaya Kalpa tradition. That means if they are taken, the body will remain an average for 100 years. It's a statistical number.
okay.
But with a fully integrated body with complete immunity. Not only that, with a fully powered intellect and body and mind and intelligence and spirit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's all. That's
Yes.
all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi.
Hi. I forgot to ask you something.
Yeah, yes, come on.
So how long would it take for you to make this rasainic xylem?
Yeah, it will take approximately 20 to 23, even 25 days.
Oh,
Because for the first kashayam part, we have to begin with mixing all those ingredients in about 182 liters of water
yeah.
and boil down to about 16 liters. That shall not be done with a quick fire. We always do it with wood fire only.
Okay.
And it should be boiled. Then again, one day it should be cooled down, and then this way it should be distilled down. It is done in our Rasayanic temple. This is the Rasayanic temple.
Okay.
Can you see the top? This is the
Yeah.
Rasayanic temple.
Okay.
So where we begin by doing some puja and homam, because every item is collected from this magnificent nature. Every plant, every grass, every seed. So we have to pay our respects and worshipful gratitude to each one of them. So that's the puja part. That
Yeah.
is done inside this uh, temple, straight under the uh, center point, where there is a unique structure created for that. And there will be certain homas using herbs themselves.
Okay.
And then after that, then the other 23 items we have to grind it. That also will take a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
because at least 2-3 days. Then then this kashayam will be mixed with about the 20 liters of, or I don't remember exactly, 30 liters of milk, and then it again should be boiled down. Then this kalkan, or the grinded 23 items which I showed you in the front of me, that will be mixed. And then again there is a rigorous process of slowly heating it up over a period of 7 days. Heating it
Okay.
up to boiling point, and then it will allow it to cool down. That we will do one day.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day again we will heat it up, cool it down. And to finally come to around roughly, this is a yogam. Yogam meaning 1 unit. This unit we will get about 9 edangadi. That means approximately about 7.5 liters.
Oh,
Yeah. So
super.
your question, yeah, it would take about minimum 25 days of working every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a meditative process.
Definitely it's a meditative, incubative process. Every morning we have to begin with the mantrams and prayers to the deity, the gurus, because they are called Bhaishajji, Bhaishajji, Maha Bhaishajji, Samalgadi Swaha. So, Bhaishajji is nothing but that curing aspect of nature process.
Okay.
This way the ancient Vaidyas were also called Bhishaguran. Bhishaguran. The Sanskrit term for Vaidya is Bhishaguran.
Oh.
That's from the root word Bhaishajji. Bhaishajji meaning that which rectifies, cures an anomaly of the system, of the entity.
Okay,
Alright.
sir.